All right, we got a big bet, you guys. We got some heating up, like something's heating up here. A big 6-figure bet has been made between Schaub and Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira called out Schaub. Schaub responded, accepted the bet. I can't really tell if Schaub bumped the number or if that was the number that Pereira was asking for, but I'll tell you guys exactly what this bet is, and I'll tell you what I think of the bet because it's crazy, okay? Schaub said some stuff about Pereira. Pereira apparently heard about it. Someone talked to him about it. He went on the MMA Hour on Ariel's show, and he addressed it by saying, I'll tell you what, dude. I'll tell you what, Schaub. I will bet you $100,000 that you're wrong. I'm going to tell you the entire thing, exactly what Schaub said. I'm going to tell you exactly what he, was betting, and then I'll tell you what Schaub responded and why the bet is going forward, etc. But first, I'm sorry, dude. I got to do it. It's Christmas time. I'm going to show you an ad right now from the best sponsor ever. Now, I know it's Christmas time, and everybody is struggling, trying to figure out what they're going to buy for their friends, their brother, their guy friends. What am I going to get this guy? I'm going to answer that for you. You're going to get them a Ridge wallet. And the reason you're going to get it is because it is awesome. Everyone puts their cards in something, whether it is a wallet or, in my case before, a rubber band. Okay, this is actually what I recreated this just for this spot, so you guys can see how janky what I used to do is. Look at the size; it's exactly the same, except now it's in this slick little willy, and I can put my money in it also. I love this thing. I genuinely love this. I'm a man bag guy. I even wore it for this. Look, and I just go boop. Just like that. And it's gone right until I need it. I love the Ridge wallet. And from now until December 22nd, you can get up to 40% off when you go to ridge.com/Jesse and you shop. You get one, you get two. And honestly, people always ask me, they're like, hey, what's your Cash App? What's your Venmo? They want to just send me money. And I'm like, don't do that, man. I don't want your money. I just want you to enjoy the content. If you want to support the channel, let's do us both a favor. Buy yourself and your buddies a Ridge wallet. That way you get something out of it. And so do I, because I love this sponsor and I want to bestow this quality on you guys. So again, that is ridge.com/Jesse. And you'll be like me. You'll be like Mexican martial arts. You'll be like Chael. All of us roll Ridge wallets. That's just a fact. That's a fact. I can promise you that. Because regular wallets suck, man. And that's what most people use. It's only because they don't know how awesome Ridge wallet is. So go get yourself one and Merry Christmas. All right, so it's no secret. Schaub's my dude, right? Schaub is my dude. Such that him betting Pereira $100,000 forces me to now root in the direction of Schaub winning that bet when I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't have otherwise. For sure, I would have rooted for Pereira. Pereira has grown on me in a major way. This even more now. Like this even more. But, now it's kind of like he's a friend and then like a fighter that I'm a fan of. Like that's an easy choice. But nonetheless, okay, so here's what the details were, right? So Schaub, in discussing the Adesanya and Pereira fight, was saying that basically Khamzat is a nightmare for Pereira. A nightmare. That he takes him down in 30 seconds and that he runs through Pereira. I mean, the nuts and bolts, it's kind of hard to understand exactly what the bet was because Pereira was using a translator. I'm actually going to show it to you right now.
Okay. Number one, even injured, he said he'll fight Chimaev in real light heavyweight.
Wow.
Right? Not a problem for him. Number two, Brandon Schaub, I think he was running his mouth.
Uh-oh.
They're not even going to translate.
What'd he say? I got to hear
kind
this.
Of the a-hole shit.
This is incredible. He was talking shit?
Yeah, but basically, Brandon, I think he said that, talk a lot of crap that Chimaev will run him over and blah, blah, blah. And also he say that he'll be able to take Alex down in 30 seconds.
Chimaev will take him down?
Yes.
Why is he watching Brandon Schaub videos, by the way?
No, he don't, but people just...
send it to him, okay. What have we done here?
So this the deal. He'll fight Chimaev in real, regardless being injured or not, at 205. And he proposed to do a bet with Schaub. He said, he ran out his mouth, $50,000 if he beat Chimaev. We both go, and those $50K from both sides, we donate to kids in need. Also, 50 more that do not take him down in 30 seconds.
He's betting Schaub that Khamzat will not be able to take him down in the first 30 seconds and that he'll win. So I think it's like 50K, if I understood the bet right. But, it's like it's being translated and it's kind of hard to understand. But like, I'm pretty sure it's a not taken down in 30 seconds and will win the fight. That's the bet, 100K. So apparently, I mean, they could technically have a wash. That seems extraordinarily unlikely, though, right? Because technically, Hamza could take Pereira down inside the first 30 seconds, but then Pereira could also win, and then it would be just a wash. But let me ask you this. Hey, anybody want, I'll give anybody, I don't know, 10-1 odds on that Pereira gets taken down by Hamza inside the first 30 seconds and then wins the fight. Because that shit ain't going, that's not going to happen, dude. That's not going to happen. If he gets taken down in the first 30 seconds, he's not going to win, you know? I mean, who knows? Crazy things happen, dude. That guy is a monster. He could literally probably knock Hamzat out just going like this, you know? Hamzat's on his back and he just goes like this and he's like, just KOs him. So it's not like it's impossible, but very unlikely, right? Very unlikely. So here's the deal though. Like, so the way that this all happens, you know, he said he goes on MMA, Ariel's baiting him. He's all, why are you watching Schaub, man? He's all, I mean, what are we doing here? Why are you watching Schaub? It's like, Ariel, come on, dude. Come on. Why? I still don't understand why Ariel was such a dick about that thing, dude. Like, I did a video about it back then when I was like, you know, like, I was all Helwani, man. I thought Helwani's hilarious. I still do. But I thought Schaub, like, was really nice at the end. Like I thought he really was like, I was wrong, whatever. And then, you know, Ariel was like, I didn't hear a fucking apology, Schaub. And I was like, geez, man, come on. It's a bunch of gigantic Neanderthal fucking MMA fighters here. And I'm including myself and, you know, minus gigantic, although, anyway, I weigh more than I need to, like, on Saturday. But nonetheless, you know, so like getting a guy to be like, listen, man, like I was wrong. I didn't understand. Like that's kind of a big deal in this group, you know? Anyway, I don't really care though. It doesn't really bother me. It's just, you know, I think Ariel and Schaub and I default back to that incident. But anyway, so Pereira, you know, he wants that bet and Schaub just goes on Twitter and he takes it. That's a gangster ass move. It's $100,000, dude. It's $100,000 bet. Okay. I don't care how much money you have. That's a shitload of money, dude. That's a lot of dough, dude. $100,000. It also makes me wonder, like, what is Pereira getting paid, dude? Because, like, you got to figure, like, this guy was at Glory. He was a, you know, two weight class world champion. He signed some huge, you know, some new contract at Glory, which also allowed him to also fight in MMA. You got to figure he got ridiculous terms on that thing, you know? So he's probably got a lot of dough. Because, like, when I first heard this, I was like, $100,000. And I was just thinking of, like, guy with 6 fights in the UFC makes bet for $100,000 after just winning the title. I'm like, man, this guy's spending all his money already. Just thinking like that he's thinking, well, in my next fight, I'm going to be getting back end anyway. What's $100,000? And I hadn't really thought it through. I'm like, oh, this guy's probably got a lot of dough, dude. He's probably got a lot of dough. He comes from like the favelas, which can go one of two ways, dude. You know, when you come from money like that, or a total lack of money like that, and you get a bunch of it, you're either extraordinarily frugal, or, you know, it's just kind of like, it's like confetti, you know, la, I want that, la. Hopefully the frugal thing. I will still stand by this, dude. I think Tyron Woodley is juking everybody. Just as a quick aside, just a read that I have, you know, where he was like, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't have any money. It's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe him. I think that he has parked the vast majority of that money away. Also because his story made no sense. He's like, man, I bought a bunch of houses. I was like, oh yeah? Well, because houses have gone way up in value. That would make you more wealthy, not less. So I don't believe your story, dude. I think you have a lot of dough in the bank. I just think you don't want people asking you for money, which I totally understand. You know, we talked about this with the Artem and Connor thing. It's like, dude, when you have money and everybody knows it and you're around a bunch of people who don't, like, it's impossible. It's not like human beings are predictable animals, man. You look at them as an opportunity. Like if you're stable and you're doing well, then it's not like that, you know, you're doing your own thing. You're like, oh, it'd be nice, but like, I don't need anything from him. But most people aren't doing that, dude. Most people are struggling. And so they're like, their dreams are, you know, can be fulfilled if they can convince their friend to invest in their restaurant or whatever. You know what I mean? So he's like, look, I'm broke, dude. I'm broke. But Alex Pereira, definitely not broke. Schaub, definitely not broke. Schaub is balling. That I can tell you for sure. I've seen it, dude. His operation is bananas, dude. I guess, wait, let me just finish this story. So the bet is the 30 seconds and Pereira wins, and Wait, so Pereira bets that he wins and he doesn't get taken down in 30 seconds. Schaub bets the opposite. Okay. So my thoughts on this are this. That's a nightmare for Pereira. I think. Just because I think that he is basing this bet on totally incomplete information. Okay. Like I think that now I don't know who he trains with, but I guarantee he doesn't train with anyone like Khamzat, right? Like he doesn't train with anyone like Khamzat. And, like Glover obviously is nasty, but Glover's wrestling, Glover's jiu-jitsu is ridiculous. His wrestling is not like Khamzat's. And here's the thing, dude, right? We can all be honest about the matchups that Alex Pereira has gotten in the UFC. There are no elite wrestlers in there, okay? So, like, he hasn't even, like, Khamzat is probably the scariest wrestler in the entire UFC, right? If you were going to go, like, who's the scariest grappler that you would go up against, pure wrestler, wrestling sambo, whatever, you're looking at Makhachev or Chimaev, right? That's a two-person conversation, probably. And Alex has fought no one that's even in the top 20. Or, I mean, like, in his, like, no one in, like nowhere, no one that would even be in the conversation for a scary grappler at all. They did that on purpose, of course, because they wanted to set up the Izzy and Pereira fight. And so it's possible that he is extremely overconfident and just doesn't understand. Like, he just might not understand, Like, he just might not understand. I mean, the bet's made now. But if I was going to train for, I don't even know how you do train for Khamzat. You just have you bring in someone from Chechnya or Dagestan that is a world-class wrestler, and that's it, right? Like, they're not an MMA person. They're like the best sambo wrestler guy in the world, and you just have him go 100% at you. You just see where you're at, dude. Just see where you're at, because that's what's coming at you. Khamzat's not going to wait to see what you throw in terms of strikes. This is honestly this is like the lesson that everyone learns at some point of their life if they, train or fight or whatever long enough. It's like, hey, dude, if you're a black belt in Taekwondo and you go up against someone who is a black belt in Judo, you're going to fucking lose, dude. Unless you miracle KO them before they can get a hand on you. It just is what it is, dude. If you don't have it's like a tried and tested thing, unless you have exceptional takedown defense, which why would you if you're a pure stand-up fighter? So, I mean, it's not like he's not going to be able to try, train for it. It's just, I just think Khamzat's a different animal. Now, inside 30 seconds, I actually do think that that's probably very likely, just based on Khamzat's fights, dude. He's done that to everyone. Now, can you compare Pereira to anyone that he's fought? Absolutely not. The closest that you get is Kevin Holland, and that's I mean, Kevin Holland, dude, that's the thing. Kevin Holland is nasty on his feet, very nasty, extraordinarily underrated. He's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Do you think Pereira has significantly better grappling than Kevin Holland? I don't know, but I doubt it. I doubt it, because why would he? And, Khamzat doesn't wait. He just comes in and he just immediately shoots. And then you're like, oh my God, this guy is he's like the equivalent of those things in the things in the movie Aliens that jump out and stick themselves to people's faces. And then they just kind of go to sleep and then they wake up and an alien comes out of their stomach. He's like one of those if he was exactly the same size as you. It's like they're like, and fight. And he just shoots out at you like that. It's like, dude, you better land. You better fucking land. You got one shot at landing, and he's looking for it. You're not going to catch him off guard. He's going to double leg you. He's going to take you down. You think that you're standing up. He's going to take that. He's going to take one of your posts away. He's going to get on your back. Like, he's a fucking nightmare. He's a fucking nightmare. But nonetheless, 100 grand is a lot of dough for both these guys. So big balls on my boy, big balls on Pereira. There's no shocks on either side. Good luck to both combatants and the guys that are going to fight. Although, who knows if these guys even fight, dude? And apparently Pereira offered Khamzat a fight at 205 that Khamzat turned down. Shocker. Hey, dude, you want to fight in a week at 205? He's like, fight in a week? He's like, listen, I'm confident, but, I'm supposedly a welterweight. 205. What are we talking about, dude? What are we talking about? But anyway, that's what I got. So subscribe to the channel, buy a Ridge wallet, tell your friends. Peace.